Some of the, so this is just a cover shot, on the front page. Roof. So it's an older roof, it's 3-tab material, it's close to the end. It's starting to get these little craze cracks in it, which means that you might start getting, some of those might tear off during a windstorm. It was installed with staples, so it's an older method, and those tend to tear through. You might get a few more years out of it, but I don't know if you'll get 5 more years. So it's pretty much it's like where it needs to happen. And you can see a lot of the flashings are pretty rusted, so all that kind of stuff will need to be kind of replaced.
Does it have multiple layers on it?
One layer.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one layer. Here you can kind of see these craze cracks and some granule loss and some few places where there's like some tears in it. So it's getting close, rusted, and granule loss. Some of these flashings have been caulked and all that. So it just kind of is ready for a new roof. When they do the roof, you'll definitely want to have them look at ventilation. I don't think it quite has enough. And also have them put some through the roof vents for the kitchen hood and the bathroom. The bathroom doesn't have a fan, but it'd be nice to get one in. And so if they're doing the roof, just have them put the thing in so you can eventually do that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about memorizing any of this either.
Okay. And we'll also have a video.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well documented.
You can't prove I said that.
Watch what you say, Jay.
Yeah, and then gutters on the north side are a little bit high, and the roof's kind of curving, and so anyway.
Okay.
That'll all get taken care of.
There's something else I was going to ask you about. Oh, did you find any mold in the attic?
No.
Okay.
No. So that's good.
What about evidence of leaking?
No.
Okay.
No. And so when they did the roof, it looks like before they did this roof, it was going to be wood shakes because it's got skip sheathing. And then on top of the skip sheathing, on 3 sides, it's OSB, which is like plywood fiberboard. And on one side, it's plywood. So I don't know why they would have done that. But it looks pretty good up there. The insulation is marginal. It's just rock wool about that thick. And just want to get more ventilation up there just to help it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Roof.
Chimney, deteriorated concrete cap. So this should actually have like a little bit of a concrete that's sloped. And then you have 2 flues, and neither one has a rain cap. One will be for the fireplace, and one will be for the furnace downstairs, oil furnace. So that's about it for the roof. Gutters, they go to underground rain drain system. So it's old, so you might disconnect them and do them to diverters.
Okay.
Sidewalk, it's already got, they just did these nice drainage systems, but they didn't do anything but this. So anyway, tripping hazards, and with everyone that I've seen go into new seasons, it'd be nice to shake these down. Especially there was a couple like, elderly people, so might be wise to get those taken care of ASAP. The front porch is concrete, and it's up against the siding, and actually there is some evidence in the basement that this gets water penetration. I poked around, didn't find any rot, but this will need something to happen. I think probably the best thing to do would be do some kind of a dormer roof or something. It'll give the house some structure, like make it a little cuter from the street, and then also it'll help protect us from water. So I think that's the easiest thing to do. Otherwise you could tear this thing out, but it kind of comes back into the house, so you can actually see where this is in the basement. Maybe do some railings on the other side just so you don't fall off. Windows, a lot of old windows. A lot of the glazing is all kind of wonky and falling out. There's a few cracked panes. Some of the old windows are painted shut. Some of them don't have the little counterweights, so they won't stay open. The only window that's been replaced is the bathroom. So anyway, it might be nice to maybe go ahead and do vinyl, just to upgrade.
So it's like, what?
Yeah. Or buy some really nice expensive wood windows.
Or just repair those too.
Yeah. So do something with the windows though, because as they are, they're kind of not that functional. Both hose bibs, there's one in the front and the back. They both leak at the faucet when they're on. This one's missing a little set screw, so just some little minor upgrades of the plumbing. some settling of the driveway, and it's pretty settled, and I think you're going to get some pooling water right here. So I don't know. At some point, you might think about trying to do something with this, like maybe breaking it out and doing some new driveway. And you don't necessarily have to do concrete. You could do something that's pervious, so that'd be better.
We already just talked about that.
Cool. We're on the same page. It sounds like. Doorbell on the sides all screwed up. So, and actually, I don't know if there's a doorbell on the front, but here's where that gutter is kind of pulling away at the north side, and here's where you've got big gaps in the foundation and underground rain drain system, and here's where the water's pooling in the driveway. Back light is powered through this light that comes out of this old masthead. I think this probably used to be wiring to the garage, and now they just have it connected to this light fixture. So I'd just get rid of that or do something different with that. I think this will be your sewer clean out, but there's also one that might be in the basement. So did you do a sewer scope?
I think that's tomorrow, if I remember
Soil
correctly.
Solutions was here just a bit ago.
Oh, then maybe it is. Yeah.
Although I think he was just setting up radon, and you know how they have different people do different things.
Yep, totally.
Basement windows, they all have these security screens. Few of them have some rot. It's my little pokey tool, so you know they just kind of upgrade those basement windows as you want. I assume you guys are thinking about finishing the basement, so I wouldn't fix anything until you know exactly how you're going to lay things out, because you'll need to cut in egress windows. So a lot of these will just go away anyway. So, but yeah, there's a few of them with some rot in them. Oil tank is in the basement, you know, so. And there's no natural gas to the house, so if you're going to upgrade, call it Northwest Natural.
We're already on it.
Cool. A few places are missing siding, but this, shingles. But this siding's great. I love this. This is one of my favorite kinds of siding in our area. So just, you can buy little bundles of them and fix these things up. And generally, the siding's in really good condition. Even the old windows. I mean, there's some of them that are weathered, but I was poking around trying to find rot, and I really didn't find any rot.
Cool.
So the house is doing pretty well as far as controlling, water. Here's another window with basement windows, some rot in it. Just more old windows with lots of flaking, glazing, underground rain drains, more flaking glazing on windows. So now we're jumping to the garage. So the garage is detached. A little bit of rot in the garage door trims where they basically meet the ground. No gutters on the garage anywhere, so it'd be great to do gutters. The garage roof is the same. It's 3-tab, but it's 2 layers, and the first layer is shake.
Okay.
So they didn't tear off the garage. So when you do the 2 roofs, that'll have to get a tear off, and it'll need plywood.
Okay.
So, but definitely get some gutters on it so you control. And then just some weathered siding on the garage, and again, it's just that same kind of thing. Patio near the garage kind of settled, and not surprising since basically water from the garage is pouring onto it. So more just garage siding, garage window, stuff like this. Like it's just really weathered, but I'm pounding on it with my little pick, and it's not rotting. It's just weathered and old. Another little spot of rot in the garage door. The garage slab is kind of, obviously this front corner is settled. When you close the garage door, you can see a gap. It's kind of typical for an old exterior garage. And generally, looking at the way the garage is, for an old exterior garage, it's in pretty good shape compared to some I've seen. So, this I probably wouldn't even worry about, the settling. I would just mostly start controlling water off the garage so that it's not going to be undermining and getting rot. So, side door to the house. This storm door doesn't latch, and also this handle's all kind of wonky, so do whatever. And that's a pretty steep drop, it's a big step down. So again, just for now, I just leave it, and then whatever you're doing with this surface, take care of, figure out what you want to do with it. Kitchen sink is leaking where it connects, so this whole connection needs to be redone. I'm assuming you're gonna do something with the kitchen at some point. So, if you're gonna do that right away, then this will get taken care of. If you're gonna we're gonna live with this for a while, you'll need to get this fixed because it leaks now.
So what would fixing that involve?
It's just a plumber. They're gonna take apart all the trap, and then they actually unscrew this and they take it all apart. and they'll need to look at the ring where the drain sits in there, because sometimes on the sink they can get damaged. And then they'll put new plumber's putty on there, and they basically just reconnect it all. They might actually need a new fitting here, but like that kind of a drain fitting isn't that much. You'd probably be looking at like $25
Okay.
in materials, I would think, something like that. So pretty easy to fix, but definitely needs to be fixed.
Okay.
The chimney, the fireplace, got some deteriorated bricks in it, and also some of the flue. It just doesn't. I just have somebody look at this, a masonry contractor. There's some places where there's kind of some jags and some loose deteriorated brick, and then there's like I can see the bottom of the flue here, flue liner. I would just want to have somebody look at this and make sure it's going to draft properly and take care of the fire brick in here. And also when the damper closes, it doesn't close fully. And also that's a dead bird.
Oh,
So,
I was wondering what that was.
yeah, and it's not resting on it. Like it looks like, oh, well, that's why it's not closing, because
Yeah.
of that dead bird, but no,
Totally.
it's something else. So, okay, this thing, it leaks all over the place of these fittings, so water's kind of spraying out over this in the shower. And then also this, you can't tighten it down anymore, and if you try and have it do this, it just flops all the way down. So just redo this shower valve head for now. When you, I assume again, like you're gonna do something with the bathroom, I would recommend that you move this thing up.
Yeah.
So, so whenever you do that, a new shower valve and shower head, just make sure it's, I don't know, I think we were all shorter back then. There is some moisture in the floor around the toilet and the tub, and then downstairs, if you look up down there, and I have pictures of this later, there's definitely some rot in the subfloor. So when the bathroom gets done, the toilet's going to have to come out, and you're going to need to definitely repair some subfloor, and possibly some of the joists might have some damage, just probably along your top edge, but you wouldn't know until you actually open it up. So that will kind of add to the whole thing. But you know, with a bathroom like this, with the old tile, everything's old. It's like you pretty much just need to take it all the way down anyway. So if you're going to upgrade it to something, you know, to whatever.
So moisture, like it's actively leaking?
Well, it's a funny thing. Like the toilet's tight to the floor, and everything's tight. I didn't find anywhere where there's definitely a water leak, but there's moisture in this floor, and this kind of floor, because it has like particle board under it, it can hold moisture for a long time. And so maybe, you know, they were not using the shower curtain right, or maybe something was leaking and they fixed it since then. From underneath, when I see where the rot is and I'm poking around, okay, I can find rot, but then I put the moisture meter down there, it's all dry. So I have a feeling it's just water that's trapped in this particle board underlayment. So I wasn't able to find anything that's actively leaking.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see here. Missing hardware at the bathroom door. The other thing about the bathroom, the sink stopper's not there, so there's no stopper in the sink. And the tub stopper doesn't seal fully, so you know it's just always kind of draining slowly. And I think that's about it. There's no bathroom fan in there, like ventilation fan. So it does have a window, so you can open the window, but it would be nice eventually to get a bathroom fan that vents out and up through the roof. So here's that thing flopped down. So that's not attic, like I say, the attic, it looks pretty good. The framing and things look fine. It's just got one layer of thin rock wool, so it could use some more insulation. Just put that on the list of like, let's do that at some point.
What is that box?
This is actually the hood fan for the kitchen. So this is the hood, and it just vents into the
this crazy thing right there?
That thing is super loud when it's running, so you might just take this out and just whenever you redo something with the kitchen, have an actual hood.
An actual vent.
put in there. And then this is missing a little cover plate there on this little electrical connection. So that's a better picture of it. Handrails need to return to the wall, because like if you're going down there carrying your purse,
Actually have this happen. You just like click it on your,
and
and then you get clotheslined on it.
Like I've actually hooked like straps on pants and things like that as well.
Huh.
So anyway, they're just supposed to return the ball. So
Okay.
just put that on the list, and especially like when